Hi everyone. In this example, I want to show you how you can send multiple emails from Outlook where the email ID has been given in an Excel file and we have the .to, we have the .cc, and if required, the .bcc as well. And the cool part here is that the subject, body, as well as the attachment can be put on the Excel file. Let me switch over to the Excel here. As you can see, I have written the name of the recipient here. The to is the recipient's email address. Then we have the subject. I'm just making it hello and hello here as well. In the body, we will say, please find the file attached. And I'm just changing the text a little bit. We are writing, please find the file attached below. Here I have mentioned the complete path of the file. So we can see C users, Havish, OneDrive, IMK files, and the file is a text file, toadd.txt. In the second one, it is notes.pptx. And we also have the carbon copy. Now I'm using my own test email IDs here, but you can use your own emails as well. Let me first show to you that it is working, and then I'll take you through the code, explain how it is working, and also tell you how to make changes to it if required. So I will click on send email. And if I open Outlook, I hope all of you can see the last two emails that have gone. So this is hello in the subject line and hello in the subject line. So this one has, dear Havish, please find the file attached. toadd.txt is the attachment. And this one has notes.pptx as the attachment, and please find the file attached below. So we can see that it is working. Let me now go to the VBA code and show you how it is working. All right, so first we are declaring our variables. So we have a out app here. So this is the application that we are creating, which is outlook.application. Since we are working with a different application, we are running the code in VBA on Excel, but we are opening a different application. So we have to create that object. Then we also have another declaration for the out mail. Out mail is this part where we're actually putting the different components of the email. So the .to, the .subject, and so on. Then I have SH, which is the worksheet. We have the cell as a range, file cell as a range, and RNG as a range. We are doing some screen optimization here. So we are turning the enable events and screen updating to false. And at the end, you can see that we are also turning it back to on. This will reduce the flickering of the screen and improve the efficiency of the code. Next, we are saying that we will set SH as the sheet, and the sheet is called sheet for sending email. As you can see, this is the name of the sheet that I have given here. In case you want to change the name of this sheet, if you change the name in the sheet directly, make sure to change it in the VBA code as well. After that, we are creating our object, which is the Outlook application, and we are calling it out app. After that, since all our emails, that means the recipient email, has been given in column B, that is what we are doing. We are saying for each cell in the sheet column B, I want to look at the constants. Now you must be wondering, how do we know whether it's a proper email or not? We will come to that part. We are also setting the range RNG as E1, Z1. The E1 here is nothing but the column which has all the file path in it. Why is it E1 Z1? That is not important. You can ignore that part. After that, we are saying that if the cell dot value like this particular expression. So what we are doing here is we are essentially saying that in the column B, we will go cell by cell, one by one to each of the cells, and we want to make sure that it follows a email ID pattern, which means we need to have something followed by an @ symbol, followed by something, then a dot, followed by something that would give us havishrao@gmail.com. That is how an email ID would be, right? So we have some text, @ and then some text post that. Okay. And we're also making sure that the count A is greater than 0. That means that we need to have some value there, obviously. Now, if these conditions are met, then I want to say that I will create an out mail. So this, if you notice, is created from the out app dot create item. So we're essentially creating a container in which we will put all the details. So this is like a compose email. We are creating a blank email component and we are putting different parts in it. The rest of it should be fairly simple. We need to put the string body, which is dear cell.offset 0 - 1. This means that currently we are on column B, but if I go from B one column to the left, we are essentially saying 0 - 1. That means on the same row, we are moving one column to the left. So it picks up the name Havish. Now, after this, I want to add a comma, and then I want to say VP new line 2 times, which is like a double enter. Now, since we are on A2 and I want to go to the subject, which is in C2, I want to go 2 columns to the right. That is why we are doing cell.offset 0, 2 dot value. Again, we are pressing enter 2 times, and then finally we're saying regards, another enter, and then finally the name here. Now, if I take you to Outlook, I hope you can see what is happening. We are writing dear. We are picking the name from the column A. Then we are picking this body from the column. If you notice, we are picking this from the column D. And then we are saying regards and Havish Madhupati like this. Then we're also using get boiler. Now this get boiler is essentially a function that you can see at the end, which is allowing us to be able to open the file system object because we need to attach a file, right? And for the attachment, we need to be able to open the file system object so that I can select the file and attach it to this email. Now with the outmail is nothing but the blank compose email that we have created. The .2 will be the cell dot value, which is havishrao@gmail.com. The dot subject will be offset 0, 1. So that is C2, which is hello. Then we have the dot body is equal to the string body, which we have already created here. And the dot CC is 0, 4. That means 1, 2, and 3. That means from the 2, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So 4 columns to the right. And then we want to attach the file, right? So we will say for each file cell in my range.special cells, we are first trimming the data to remove any extra spaces. And if it is not equal to blank, then we are saying that we essentially want to attach that file. So the file that has been given here, it is being attached to the compose email box. And we're running a loop here for next so that it goes to every single file and attaches it. And then finally, we are doing .send to send it. After this, we'll set the out email to nothing, right? And you can also see that we are running a loop here, this part, right? And this essentially means that we are able to run a loop for every single email and then send the email out to them. After that, we are turning the screen updating and enable events back to on. So that is broadly how the code is working, everyone. And of course, you can make changes to every single thing that I've explained. For example, if you do not want to send an email to different people, but you want to send multiple emails to the same person, you can put the same email ID 2 times. Just like I've done a .cc, you can make a column for the .bcc as well, and ensure that the offset has been put as 0,5. So if you notice here, we have a 0,4 for the .cc, and just to show you that example, we can just make it 0,5 here. Right, like this. Let me send it one more time. So remember, you can tinker around with the code. And of course, it would require some level of testing because you are sending an actual email every time. So make sure to use a dummy account while you're doing it. I hope you find this helpful.